Good morning, FKDTV. I'm Carmelo, and I'm here with Representative Joe Hohenstein, who represents the 177th District of Pennsylvania, which includes us here at Frankford High School. He is here today to talk about his job fair that he will be hosting for us here at Frankford. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
All right. First, what inspired you to organize this labor fair for us here for our school community?
A couple different things. The personal one is I'm an alum. So I graduated here in '85. Four of my brothers and sisters graduated here in '79, '80, '81, '83. I live right up the street. This is the neighborhood my family goes back into the 1850s. So over 170 years we've been here. This is a place that I care about. And this specific school is a place I really care about. So I wanted to make sure I was helping here. You know, why a job fair? Why do we want to talk about career opportunities and things for kids going here? Frankly, you all need options. As students, you're trying to figure out what a path forward is going to be. And as adults, as an elected official for you, I feel like it's my responsibility to let you know about all the different options you have, whether it's college. We're focusing on trade schools and union apprenticeships and things in the trades where you're using your hands along with your head. But that's only because that's an area that I haven't seen get as much focus.
Okay.
So there's a reason why I decided to do this.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, and for a second question,
Yeah.
could you describe the range of colleges and building trades that will be represented at the fair, and what kind of opportunities can students expect to learn?
Yeah. We'll have folks here from different regular trade schools, things like Williamson, Orleans, CCP will be here because they have a lot of different, what folks call CTE, Career Technical Education. And so those schools will all be here, and they'll have a whole range of different options and different trades. For specific union apprenticeships and trades, we normally have a lot of the different building and construction trades around. We're still getting the confirmations from everybody, but we almost always have plumbers, carpenters, electricians, steam fitters, and sheet metal workers. All of these folks who are part of the entire building trades, and that's important because the construction jobs are jobs that, one, almost always pay well, and two, they're in pretty high demand right now. So getting those skills is going to give somebody a real good pathway to the future.
Okay. And why do you believe it's important for high school students to explore career paths in both traditional college settings and in the building trades aspect as well?
Yeah. Well, different people, you need to find your, I guess what people would call your zen, your thing that you love to do. And in order to be able to do that, at your age, you have to be given some freedom to be able to test the waters, to see what's out there. And my feeling is different folks do different things well. Some folks are completely hands-on, and they're just going to work with their bodies, and that's how they get things done. Other people, they're going to sit behind a desk, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to be working mostly with the stuff between their ears. But for the building trades in particular, frankly, it's a combination, right? And you've got to be able to, again, test that water to be able to see what works best for you. And frankly, even within the trades, different people have different things that they do well, So, it's that idea of getting the exposure so that the person who's looking for the job, student, gets to find what job gives them the most satisfaction. For instance, for some of you guys in this class, doing AV work and production and things, there are unions for musicians. There are unions for the stage-hands. There are unions even in acting and other places. So there's now we don't have all those guys, but we have some of them coming to the job fair, and again, being able to talk to people who are already in the trade, get to see what that could look like for you.
All right. How do you see this labor fair impacting like our local economy?
The way it works for me on the economic level is the more good qualified people we put into the job market and out there in the economy, everybody gets benefit from that. So when one person gets a job and goes from being an apprentice to a journey person to a master in whatever their trade is, that one person then impacts others, because as they move up the chain, they're able to continue to train other people. If that person goes off and says, I'm going to create my own business, I'm going to be running my own carpentry firm where we're going to do all the framing for this and that, and then they've then created a business also, and that just has a ripple effect out. And anytime you can give one person some economic security in a community, that economic security ripples out.
All right. How can students and parents best prepare for the labor fair to like maximize their experience?
Yeah. One resource, and I'll make sure everybody gets access to it. Catherine Gilmore Richardson, she's one of our city council people. She has a guidebook that describes all of the different apprenticeship programs that are available throughout the whole city. We're not going to have everybody there in that guidebook, but we're going to have a lot of them. And I think if you sit down with your parents or whoever is going to be the person helping you make this decision, and you, again, pick out a couple of those folks, and then check the list, see if they're there. If they're not there, ask around about why they're not, because even if they're not there, me and my office, we might be able to connect you with them. So finding that initial resource of council member Gilmore Richardson's apprenticeship guidebook is probably going to be a good way. Another way is to just think about what things you like to do and what you see potentially getting into, and then developing some questions. A final thing is to just sort of make yourself ready, is to say, what do I think I have to offer? What are the skills? What do I like to do? What are the things that I'm good at? There's some folks out there I know with different gaming things that are going on. People are getting skills in how to operate drones. People are getting skills in computer programming and other things like that. So you can think about what are the skills that you have that you could potentially say, I'm offering this to you guys, because even drones and operating things like that in a gaming atmosphere, putting that out into the real world, drones are being used in a lot of different applications and in a lot of these different places we're talking about.
Beyond this labor fair, what else are you working on to like expand career development and like school
and the education environment?
Like educations.
Yeah, I do this in a couple different places. Like I'm doing it here at Frankford. We're going to be doing it for the folks over at the Annex. So we're going to try to get some of the younger kids as well.
Okay.
And I do it down at Kensington Health Sciences Academy and some of my schools down in that part of the neighborhood. So we're doing it in a bunch of different places. The other things I try to do just for education in general is, my dad was public school teacher. Again, he taught here. And from 1959 till about 1963, so there's that experience too. But my dad was a teacher, so I want to support teachers in their ability to get access to materials, so you're not having to buy different things on the cheap or buy it and pay for it yourself. So I want to support your teachers so that they can give you the best tools as well. And then for the kids, I want to make sure you've got the best atmosphere. And that's one thing I know for Frankfurt in particular. You guys have dealt with a whole lot here over the last several years with the building. And I know I've worked with some of the teachers, worked with Principal Calderon, fought really hard for you all to be able to maintain a sense of community, and I know it's been hard. You said you're a senior here, right?
Yep.
So you've been here the whole time.
Actually, I moved into the school middle of last year.
So
by the time I got here,
the
school building, the old wing,
the old part was out.
Yep. So I was already out. Yeah. I was already in this part of the building.
Well, I'm really hoping you get a chance to see what it's really like, because I remember what this entire building was like, the historic nature of it, and it needs fixing up, right? It's an old building, but I think if we can build buildings and spaces that kids are proud and happy to be in, that you recognize that somebody took the care and the forethought to say you matter enough for me to give you this really nice thing, you guys will just fill that space, and you'll become, good and kind and caring people as well, because that's what you've been able to experience. I think what you've seen here at Frankfurt, again, some struggles, but I also see a lot of people working really hard to make sure that they give you the best that's possible. And that's been hard these last few years, and I'm looking forward and hoping that it gets better with that.
All right. Representative Joe Hohenstein, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming over here to come speak with us and all of our viewers. We appreciate you sharing details about the up-and-coming labor fair and your commitment to our students.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing your fair success, and thank you to the viewers for watching.
Thank you.
Buenos días, mi nombre es María, estoy aquí con el representante Joe Hohenstein, que representa el 177 Distrito de Filadelfia, que nos incluye aquí en Frankford High School. Él está aquí hoy para hablarnos sobre la feria de empleos que estará aquí en Frankford High School.
Sí.
Si puedo hacerles algunas preguntas.
Sí.
¿Qué le inspiró a organizar esta feria de empleos aquí en Frankford High School?
Pues tengo dos razones. Uno es personal. Porque yo fui estudiante aquí, gradué en 85 y tuve 4 hermanos mayores que también graduaron en 79, 80, 81, 83. Y mi familia es del barrio de Frankfurt. Hemos estado aquí por más de 170 años. Entonces, este lugar mismo, todavía vivo también aquí cerca, pero este lugar mismo es importante para mí. Este edificio, esta escuela es algo importante para mí, para servir y provenir a los estudiantes oportunidades. Esto es lo personal. Lo profesional es como su representante en el Estado, yo tengo obligación de presentar y dar más oportunidad a todos, y especialmente jóvenes como usted, para que ustedes sepan más opciones en trabajo, no solo con universidad, pero también oportunidades en carreras en construcción, trabajando con las manos y la cabeza a la vez.
Ok. ¿Podría decirnos, describir la gama de universidades y oficios que estarán aquí en la feria? ¿Y qué tipo de oportunidades puedes esperar a los estudiantes?
Sí, hay escuelas regulares que tienen instrucción más general, como Williamson College, Orleans Technical Institute, CCP, Community College of Philadelphia. Ellos todos tienen programa en lo que dice en inglés Career Technical Education, es educación de carrera técnica. Entonces, esa mezcla de trabajar con la mano y la cabeza. También tendremos representantes en programas de los sindicatos en construcción. Y esto es donde no sé exactamente las palabras directas, pero electrónico. Plomera, carpinteros, todos de ellos estarán aquí con sus carreras en esas partes específicas.
Okay. ¿Por qué cree que es importante que los estudiantes aquí en la secundaria exploren las carreras en el entorno universitario tradicional?
Porque la universidad no es para todo. Para mucha gente es importante tener una oportunidad en lo que una persona tiene ganas de hacer. Entonces, no solo que tiene trabajo que alguien dice que es lo mejor para usted, pero que usted mismo o misma tiene la oportunidad de escoger dónde sigue sus intereses.
O su camino.
Su camino, sí, exacto.
¿Qué habilidad o conocimientos específicos espera que quieran los estudiantes al asistir a esta feria?
Yo creo que ellos, pues que ustedes vienen aquí solo para aprender que tienen más opciones. Y ojalá para algunos que se encuentran algo que empiece ese
que
camino.
le guste, que quiera. Algunos pueden estar perdidos ahora que somos senior y no saben qué quieren hacer, si quieren ir a la universidad o quieren hacer otra cosa, y pueden encontrar algo que quieren hacer.
Exacto, porque mucha gente, y eso es claro que alguien que tiene 17 años, 18 años, no va a saber exactamente. Yo no supe cuando yo tenía 18 años exactamente cómo iba a ir mi carrera.
¿Cómo cree que influirá esta feria en la economía de la comunidad a largo plazo? Como la economía.
Eso. Cuando es una persona puede obtener un trabajo bueno y estos trabajos que estamos hablando en construcción son suficientes para apoyar a toda una familia. Entonces, cuando una persona puede establecer sí mismo la estabilidad, eso es algo que crece en toda la comunidad, no solo esa persona. A veces personas que pues hacen su carrera en construcción, luego pasan y regresan a la universidad para obtener una maestría en negocios. Y con la mezcla de esto puede empezar su propio
negocio y puede tener mejor
compañía. Sí. Y mucha gente, hay algunos actualmente, algunos de estos programas que específicamente provienen la oportunidad de mezclar la universidad
con los oficios que aprenden.
Exacto, y dan oportunidades de establecer su propio negocio, su propio manera. Y eso solo apoye a más gente, a más gente.
¿Cómo usted cree que es la mejor manera de que los estudiantes y los padres se pueden preparar para aprovechar esta feria?
Debe hablar con un adulto, puede ser madre, padre o alguien, pero un adulto que ayude en hacer tales decisiones y revisar una cosa que se llama la guía de programa de, en inglés es Apprenticeship Guidebook. Es algo hecho por Catherine Gilmore Richardson, quien es representante en el consulado de Filadelfia. Ella tiene un guía.
Un libro de guía.
Que puede ver qué tipo de programa y establecer su propio interés en algunos de esos.
Además de esta feria, ¿qué otra iniciativa usted está trabajando para apoyar el desarrollo profesional de los estudiantes y la comunidad?
Yo hago esto, feria en algunas otras escuelas. Lo haré aquí el 2 de mayo en Frankfurt, pero también el 21 de mayo en la escuela de Roberto Clemente, donde hay el annex para los más jóvenes, y también en otras escuelas en el barrio.
¿Algunas palabras que usted quiera decir para los estudiantes a la escuela?
Otra vez, para mí es importante que yo doy oportunidad de que usted, otros estudiantes, tienen lo más la más opciones
de lo que quieren
escoger.
hacer, lo que quieren escoger.
Y eso es importante porque cuando una persona tiene ganas de hacer algo y
se le proveen oportunidades.
Exacto. Y que tienen ese poder mismo de establecer su propio camino, va a ser más involucrada en toda la comunidad. Y eso se hace la vida de esa persona mejor y se hace las comunidades más fuertes.
Muchas gracias por tomarse el tiempo para venir y hablar con nosotros en inglés y también en español.
Un placer. Gracias.